ElevenLabs Studio 3.0 now is available to everyone. Welcome back to Digital Toolcase. This is a pretty good news. This is the Studio 3.0 from ElevenLabs. It has been released some weeks ago, and if you never saw how this works, well, stay with me. And as you can see here, now Studio is available to everyone. Before it was only available to paid users, but if we take a look at the pricing page, now you can see even with the free plan you can use Studio, you can use agents, you can use AI music generation, you have automated dubbing and also API access other than the text-to-speech and speech-to-text and so on. Obviously with the free plan you have limits, but anyway, as you can see, prices for ElevenLabs are quite low. You can find the link in the description if you want to try it out with the free plan or if you want to use one of these other plans. The most popular one is the creator plan, because if you subscribe with the creator plan, you can also earn money with ElevenLabs. If you have a good microphone, maybe you are good at using your voice, you can clone your voice and make it available to the community and earn money. Let's take a quick look at this page, the best AI studio models in one powerful editor. As you can see, you can use many voiceovers, you can generate background music, you can add custom sound effects, you can fix mistakes in your voiceovers, you can clean up noisy audio and so on. Now I'm inside ElevenLabs in the studio section. You can find it here in the menu. This is the studio icon. It's just above the music one, the dubbing one, the speech to text, the audio native and the production. This is something new and maybe I will show it to you later in this video. Here above you have the voices library, the text to speech section, it's the main section, the voice changer and the sound effects generator and voice isolator. Now ElevenLabs lets you do pretty everything related to voices and not only, also video. Anyway, let's talk about the studio section and let's take a look very quickly at all the options you have here. You can generate a new audiobook by clicking here. You can upload an audiobook if you have the text, the PDF or the docs. You can choose the voice. You have many voices. These are my favorites, but as you can see, you have many professional voices to choose from. You can also auto-assign voices. If you have characters into your ebook, automatically detects characters and assign matching voices to them. This is pretty interesting. It's in alpha stage, so maybe it can make some mistakes. Then you can create a podcast and again you can upload your text, import a URL or use existing project, create a podcast with one or two voices. The default is two voices, obviously, and you can also change the language. Then you have the URL to audio, so you can paste here a URL and generate an audio about it. And this is the AI script generator, so you can do pretty much the same thing you can do in ChatGPT and ask to generate a script. And this is for the audio section in Studio, and here is the video section. So you can do a new video voiceover, you can upload a video here and create a voiceover with AI voices, obviously. You can add sound effects and music to your video or to your voiceover. You can also add captions to a video. Let's say you have a short video made for social networks or even a long video, you can upload it here and generate captions. If you need to clean your voiceover, you can remove background noise with this option here. And this is pretty interesting. You can fix the voiceover mistakes. I don't know you, but I make a lot of mistakes when recording these videos, and then obviously I cut it out and edit my voiceover. But in this video I will also try this option here. Okay, so this is just a quick example of something like a podcast. First of all, I can assign different voices to my project depending on the sentences. This is, for example, this one, it's one of my AI clones, and I can also assign Jessica to this sentence. I can also use more than two voices. This is David, for example, and again here I can, let's say, use my voice, apply, and this sentence I will use Jessica. As you can see, I have these tags here: excited, British accent, whisper, French accent, dramatic tone, and overlapping laughing. This is one of the new features into ElevenLabs version 3, and in the documentation you can find all these audio tags you can use. These are pretty interesting because they let you generate very interesting and natural voices. I don't know if my AI voice clone is trained for this, but let's try. Before using these tags, I need to change the settings. As you can see, if I go here on the project settings, I'm using 11 multilingual version 2. But in order to use those tags, I need to choose the new 11 version 3. It's in alpha stage. Our most expressive text-to-speech model use audio tags and create natural multi-speaker dialogue. And as I said before, I don't know if my voice is the right voice for these tags. You can see some recommendations here. We recommend switching to ElevenLabs Turbo version 2.5 for my specific voice. But even if I choose one of the other ones, let's say Jessica, okay, even here we recommend switching to the 11 multilingual version 2 because not all the voices sound great with this new version 3. But I want to try, and maybe we can even switch voices later. I switch off these chapters because I don't need them at the moment. And now, because I'm using 11.3 alpha preview, you can see these tags are colored, so this means they are active. Now, what I need to do is just to generate this podcast, and here below, as you can see, I also have a timeline, so I can do some basic editing. You also have other options here: the change block type, the direct speech with your voice. This is another interesting feature, and generation history. And you also have a pronunciation editor here. You can, for example, select a dictionary. If you want some words, some specific words to be pronounced in a specific way, you can add your rules here. This is something pretty advanced, so I will not show you in this video. But now let's generate. Okay, my audio is generated, and as you can see now I have waveforms here below. So let's listen for this little podcast.
So Jamie, did you hear about that robot bartender in Tokyo that remembers your favorite drink and your mood?
Oh, brilliant! Just what I need. Another machine judging me for ordering 3 espressos before noon.
But here's the twist. It actually changes its tone depending on how stressed you look. Imagine your coffee coming with emotional support.
Monsieur, you look exhausted. May I suggest a croissant and a nap instead?
Exactly! Honestly, if AI keeps evolving like this, soon it'll host this podcast better than we do.
Okay, so my voice, especially in the first sentence, it's very different from the others because with ElevenLabs version 3 you can hear my Italian accent. Here this is again my voice, but it was pretty different from this one. This is because my voice is not really trained for version 3. But other voices were really good here, respecting these tags. Let's listen again for this sentence.
Oh, brilliant! Just
as you heard, the laughing is pretty good. And here is the whispering sentence.
But here's the twist. It actually changes its tone depending on how stressed you look.
And the pause.
Imagine your coffee coming with emotional support.
And here you have an overlapping tag, not really respected, I should say, but anyway, you can export this audio and maybe overlap some little parts of these sentences on one of your editing softwares. But again, it's respecting these tags pretty well.
exactly.
and this SIG it's pretty good. As I said, you can do something like this, shorten this part and moving this one. You can make this pause a little bit shorter, so for example it sounds like this here.
And an app instead.
Exactly.
So you can do some basic cuts here, but again, you can export all this audio and work on it on your favorite software, or maybe in the video section of ElevenLabs Studio version 3. Now, before going forward, I just regenerated this script with other voices. I choose some of the best voices trained for version 3, and this is how it sounds.
So, Jamie, did you hear about that robot bartender in Tokyo that remembers your favorite drink and your mood?
Oh, brilliant! Just what I need. Another machine judging me for ordering 3 espressos before noon.
But here's the twist. It actually changes its tone depending on how stressed you look. Imagine your coffee coming with emotional support.
Monsieur, you look exhausted. May I suggest a croissant and a nap instead?
Exactly. Honestly, if AI keeps evolving like this, soon it'll host this podcast better than we do.
Pretty awesome, I should say, and that's not it, because here you can also generate sound effects and music to use here on your project, on your audio. If I choose music, I can describe something here, a peaceful background with slow rhythm. I can choose this instrumental option. The length is automatic, but if you want, you can also choose the duration, let's say 30 seconds. You can choose how many variants you want. For the sake of this example, just one, and generate, and it's ready. So this is my background, and if I click here on this plus button, now I have my background here in this multi-track editor.
So, Jamie, did you hear about that robot bartender in Tokyo that remembers your favorite drink and your mood?
This is just an example. You can change the volume of music here, and you can obviously generate the kind of music you want, and even, again, sound effects here. So, in fact, you can build your entire audio podcast from here. And remember, this is in alpha preview for ElevenLabs version 3, and this is the worst version it will ever be. Perfect. Now I want to try very quickly this fix voiceover mistakes because I find it pretty interesting. While recording this video, I made a mistake talking in my voiceover, so I can upload the part of the video here and create a project. Now ElevenLabs is analyzing my clip and generating the script, and here it is. As you can see, I have my video clip here, I have my transcription, and I have this little editing multi-track here. And the mistake I made is here, but other voices was really good here. Obviously, this is wrong. I should say, but other voices were really good here. And now I can regenerate only this part and use it in my video. So generate. Okay, with my specific voice, I had to change the AI model here and use 11 Turbo 2.5 because it's respecting better my Italian accent in this specific case.
But other voices were really good here, respecting these tags.
This is the original and this is the one I changed. This really depends from the voice you are using, and if you speak perfect English, you will not have this issue like I have here. Now I can download just this sentence and use it on my video. Now let's try to work with some video, and I will use this add sound effects and music. I need to upload a video here and create a project. Now this is not a super complex video editor, but you can do something really quick and pretty interesting. For example, this is just one clip, and it's something I generated with VO3, so it's generated by AI.
I'm the commander.
And that's it. Now, here what I can do, I can generate a new voice, for example, a new voiceover. I can generate, again, sound effects or music like I did before with the audio section. I also have captions and other features. Now, let's say I want to upload another clip. I can do it by clicking here on video and upload. It's importing another short clip, again generated with AI, and here it is. This is just a starship like this. Okay, so this is my video. I can do different things, and I also have some ready-to-use options, like use voice changer to modify voice in existing audio, remove background audio, and transcribe and edit speech. In this case, it's just saying I'm the commander here.
I'm the commander.
So this is my voice. Let's try to use this voice changer. I will use this column one, it's pretty good, and change voice. And let's take a look at the result here.
I'm the commander.
And as you can hear, it's different. But now
I'm the commander.
I don't have the background music anymore. That's perfect because I can generate a new music in background here. Let's say spaceship, epic sound, instrumental. I want two variants, and let's generate. Here they are. Okay, I pretty like this one, so let's add it to my project here, and I can move it wherever I want. Okay, so let's listen this result.
I'm the commander.
Okay, so let's cut it out here. And now, if I want, I can also add some sound effects. Let's say a boom. I'm using one of these ones, but you can obviously generate whatever you want here, the same as you do with music. So let me add this sound effect, and again I can move it wherever I want. Let's say here after the voice.
I'm the commander.
And this is what you can do here on this video section. Again, it's not a super complex video editor, but if you need to change the voiceover of your video, or generate the voiceover, or generate music in background and sound effects, you can do it. Let's also try these captions, so we have an idea of how they work. You have different styles, you can choose the colors, you can choose different options. Just for the sake of this example, I will use this default one. And once I choose my template, I just need to click on this transcribe speech for captions, because obviously it needs to transcribe what I say here. I'm the commander, and let's take a look here.
I'm the commander.
And it's automatically synced with the words here on this timeline. Once you insert your captions, I suppose you need to go here, and here you have all these options, so you can change the font, for instance, or you can go here and change the vertical placement. That's it for captions. And this is something pretty cool you can do in ElevenLabs Studio version 3. The last thing I want to talk about is this production section. As I said before, this is pretty new, and this is not something you can generate by yourself, this is a service, because now with ElevenLabs you can also buy different services like dubbing, like transcript, captions, or translated subtitles. These are human services. So a human will do this, even audiobook. It's not generated with AI, it's just something more you are able to do with ElevenLabs. Each service has its own price and its own deadline, so you can take a look even at this productions section here. This is why I said before, now you can do pretty much everything with ElevenLabs version 3, and this is just the beginning. So if you want to try it out, you can use the link you find in the description, and even with the free plan, you can use Studio with limits. Obviously, you have 10,000 credits per month, you have some limits here, but it's obvious. If you want, you need to go higher with one of these plans, and I highly suggest you to choose this creator plan, at least if you want to use it seriously for your business. That's it for this video about ElevenLabs and ElevenLabs Studio 3.0. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, click on the like button, subscribe to my channel. You can click here and watch for my other videos, and thank you very much. I'll see you soon in the next one.